All right, we're live.
And we're back for another week of this shitty show. I hate the NFL. I hate the NFL. I just fucking hate it. So listen, folks, if you're not fading me, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I'm trying to give you money. Just do the opposite of what I say. Whatever I say, do the opposite. You'll win money. You're welcome. Congratulations. Last week, combined between the two shows, I lost 6 units. All of it on Thanksgiving. I broke even completely on Sunday, and that includes the lock. I pushed on my lock. So, 4 wins and 4 losses on Sunday, with pushing on the lock made me 100% completely even. I lost 6 units on Thanksgiving because the Detroit Lions decided to stink on Thanksgiving.
Bro,
That's all.
I forgot about the parlay was a push. So what is that? What did that mean? We won. What did I win?
Like whatever it was, like what it, I think you guys won.
Because we put in 20 and we got 40 back. So would that be
So
two
plus a
units?
unit, yeah,
Plus a
a unit, a unit. You doubled
on
your
your
money. It's a unit. Yeah,
okay. I'll take
yeah.
anything right now.
So
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
winner.
Let me
Yeah.
factor that into my numbers. Okay.
I did come close on Sunday. If Houston, that over should have been in. Like that's crazy that over didn't come in that Houston game. If that came in, I hit a monster parlay. Yeah, it's just so many things on Sunday. The Vikings blew the game Monday night. I would have hit a 360 parlay. If the Vikings, who loses to the Bears at home? What the fuck are we doing? Like, I hate this league. I just fucking
Yeah,
hate this league.
that Jacksonville over, that Doink field goal. There was also that
Yeah.
Ridley drop touchdown, which was just such an easy touchdown.
Jacksonville going for it right before halftime at the 1 yard line instead of taking the 3 points. Like,
Brutal,
just
brutal.
brutal.
That killed me too. And then that Ridley drop, I also had Stroud and Lawrence both to throw 2 touchdowns. Would have won me over 2 units, and that Ridley drop killed me. I got killed on a whale play. Gus Edwards. No, the Ravens were pathetic. The Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens. In real life, if the Ravens scored 27 points that night against the Chargers, I would have hit an 8-leg parlay for like $1,900.
Yeah, the Ravens should be
on $35. Like it's fucking crazy. Yeah, crazy. All right, Shane. Whatever. What do you got? I don't know.
So yeah, I entered last week. I was positive barely 0.47 units. Like you, I had a terrible Thanksgiving. I think I lost every single bet on Thanksgiving. Ended up losing a 6.5 units. Had a good bounce back on Sunday. I think I went 3 of 5, but I hit my lock and I hit a nice like plus 350 parlay.
You did. I saw that the Pittsburgh one. I re-listened to the show from Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I ended up winning 4.19 units. For the week, I ended up losing total my 2.31 units. So that brings me to a total this week minus 1.84 units.
Going into the week.
Going into this week, yeah. You
Okay.
were on the Bills. I was on the opposite side of you. I had the Steelers as my lock, so that was good. So
Yeah.
like
Nice.
fade whatever Daver says, and you win.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You're welcome.
Yeah, I was happy I at least hit my lock. Baltimore minus 3.5. I got a little bit lucky there. I'm not gonna lie on that. What was it? A late touchdown, right?
Yeah, Zay Flowers could have just fell to the ground, and that would have killed you.
It would have killed me. I hit Ramondre Stevenson over yards.
That was easy. I tailed you on that on Sunday. I tailed you.
I'll be dipping my toe back in those waters this weekend, but yeah, I'm not mad at any. I lost 8.88 units. That's factoring in a missed whale play, so it could have been a lot worse. I was even on Thanksgiving. I think I lost like 0.2 units, and then I just
you're the only one. You're the only one.
I got killed on Sunday, but again, everything was right there for me, so I can't be too upset. It's not one of those weeks where I was like, oh my god, I was dead wrong on everything. Just like you said, David, the NFL just chews you up and spits you out. It just does.
Like, why is John Harbaugh running like Justice Hill? Why is he getting carries over Gus Edwards near the goal line? Like, honestly, make sense to me.
Or the other guy, 3rd and 3. They got 3rd and 3. You got Gus Edwards or Keaton Mitchell, and you put in this midget, Justice Hill, who's a special teams player.
That's what I'm saying.
Stupid.
Yeah, makes no sense. So, what's your numbers? last week for total between the both days, and what is it going into the season?
I
into
lost
this week?
8.88 units, which puts me down to minus 25 units on the year.
Oh, me and you neck and neck. I'm minus 26. Hey, buddy.
Neck and neck for the bottom of the barrel, minus 25.03 units if I want to be exact. But this is going to be my week. If we recorded the show a little bit later this week because I had a busy schedule this week, working late. If we had recorded Thursday, and I was going to tweet this out in my other thing where I pick every game against the spread with my family, I did put Carolina as my lock, which was a nice winner. I would have had that. Instead, I had a parlay that would have hit, but I keep telling myself, don't put the money line in the prop parlays, but I just keep fucking doing it, and it keeps burning me. Maybe one day I'll learn my lesson, but I'm coming into this show already down a unit, fellas.
So I am too. I did. Who did I do? I think I tweeted you guys. What was my play? Oh, Dallas first half. I did Dallas first half minus 6.5. That did not come in. So I'm down a unit going into this week as well. I'm with you, BD.
All right, Saver, you wanna kick it? Oh, Chain.
Yeah, so I had a few. I had 2 plays on Thursday as well. I did a half unit parlay. I had Jake Ferguson TD with the Dallas money line. That was plus 230.
There you go.
I had another half unit play of the Dallas defense to score an anytime touchdown. That was plus 410. That didn't happen, but then I have another play with that includes Dallas in the parlay. It's a money line parlay with Dallas, but I'll get into that after.
Okay. All right. So let me kick it off. I'm going to start it off with a Pittsburgh Houston money line parlay, and I'm adding the over in the New England Chargers game. It's 40.5. I just think the Chargers are that bad on defense that the Patriots might get to like 20 points, and I think the Chargers will get into the 20s no problem as well. So I think 40.5 is just really low. I think you actually might see the Patriots like throw caution to the winds and like actually do trick plays and Malik Cunningham. You might see some wild stuff on Sunday. So I just think that 40.5 is low. So I'm going to parlay that with Pittsburgh Houston money line that pays out plus 326. And then parlaying Detroit minus 4.5. If you think I'm getting off the Lions because they just keep letting me down the last 2 weeks, you're wrong, buddy. All right, I'm jumping right back on that train. All right, Lions minus 4.5 on the road. I don't know why they're that big of favorites after the way they played the last 2 weeks. So guess what? I'm in. All right, Vegas, you're not going to get me to go off because it's a big line. And then give me I'm parlaying that with the Dolphins. Team total over 29.5 against the Commanders. I think the Commanders have packed it in for the season, especially on defense. Yeah. Traded away Chase Young and Montez Sweat. I think the Dolphins get over into the 30s without blinking against that defense. That's plus 252. And then my third one for the 3-pack here. Give me Rams money line at home. Give me the over in the 49ers Eagles. Only 47.5. I know everyone thinks defense. That game is going to be in the mid-20s for both teams, I think. And then Chiefs over 42.5 combined for the game. BD, who are you guys playing Sunday night? Green Bay?
In Green Bay.
42.5 that's low. All of a sudden, Jordan loves Frisky the last couple of weeks.
So these are the Packers I've been losing money on all year that I thought I was going to see. They let me down for like 8 weeks in a row. Right when I get off them, guess what? They get hot.
They get hot. Yeah. No, I know the Monday night, the primetime games, but we saw with Seattle, Dallas, you can't just blindly bet it. I think 42.5 for those two teams is just really low. So I'm parlaying those three together, and that pays out plus 400 on that. All right, Chain, you're up.
All right. So for my first play, I got like I said earlier, I have a parlay with the Dallas. So it's Dallas, Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, straight up money line parlay. That's plus 120. Next play, I have a tease. I'm teasing the Titans up to plus 7.5. They are going up against the Colts. They're dogs at home. So I'm teasing them up to plus 7.5. And I'm teasing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down to plus 0.5 point. They got Carolina at home. So hopefully that's a
stinker of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need to win.
The 10 o'clock or I guess the 1 o'clock slate for you guys, there is not a good game in sight. It's ugly.
No, I feel like the 1 o'clock window for the last 4 or 5 weeks hasn't been a good game in sight.
Once you get past the midway of the season, you start getting.
I think Denver-Houston might be a decent game.
Could be frisky.
Yes.
Could be frisky.
That's about it.
Yeah.
All right, VD.
All right,
sorry, Shane. You're still going. My bad.
Yeah. So that was that. And now I have a parlay. It's a Tennessee Titans parlay. So I got Derrick Henry to rush over 60.5 yards. And Titans money line. Those two combined together is plus 340.
Very good.
Go ahead, VD.
All right. I'm switching up my tactics, right? I can't get anything right. I've been hitting props okay recently. It's Propsember. I'm going pretty much all props here. A few lines. I'll get my lines out of the way. I'm going to start off with the Dick Vermeil parlay here. I'm taking Chiefs money line, Eagles money line, Rams money line. Plus,
Gramps. I love it.
I think the Eagles.
I love that.
I love the Eagles here. Chiefs. I love the Chiefs. Who do the Rams play? The Rams play the Browns with Joe.
Browns
Flacco.
at home with Joe Flacco. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So that's plus 508. I'll take that. Next, I'm gonna go Jacksonville team total over 23.5 at minus 114. Jacksonville is of course playing
Monday night at home. The Bengals. Yeah. I think they're done. I think the Bengals are done.
Yeah.
I think they're done. I'm thinking turnovers. I'm thinking I might get a defensive touchdown. I'm thinking they lay down and die. If you can't get me 24 points, Trevor Lawrence, then you fucking suck.
Yeah.
All right, last play I'll give here before we pass it around is the Atlanta team total over. It is 17.5, and I believe they are favored by multiple points. I don't know how much, but their team, if you can't give me 17.5 against a Jets defense that I think has laid down and died a little bit, this isn't the same Jets defense from earlier in the year.
I mean, they have Tim Boyle at quarterback. They know they're dead in the water. Yeah, they literally have to pitch. They have to pitch a shutout to try to tie the game.
100%. So I'm thinking turnovers here. I'm thinking Atlanta, just get me 17, give me 18 points. That's all I need. It's not like going to fucking play the Jets on the road is a big deal. I got that at plus 104. So fingers crossed, and I'll pass it on.
All right, so my next play will be Chain. I'm with you. I think that Houston-Denver game is going to be good. I'm all over C.J. Stroud in fantasy, in gambling. Like every week, I'm betting Titans touchdowns. Give me their team total over 25.5. Listen, Denver is hot. They're probably the hottest team in the league. Sean Payton, Russell Wilson. I called it on this show a few weeks ago.
Easy. Hottest team in the league?
What is five wins in a row? They started 0-5. They're 6-5 now, if I'm not mistaken, dude.
Hottest team in the league. Okay, they had a couple big wins. Hottest team in the league is
VD. They've won 5 or 6 in a row. VD. I mean, that's hottest team in the league. Like they are.
All right. Well, I guess the Chiefs are the hottest team in the league every year. Then 5 wins in a row. They beat the Browns, the Vikings, both teams with backup quarterbacks. They beat the Stinky Bills and the Chiefs in a fluke.
BD, they've won 5 in a row. I mean, this team was 1-5. They're 6-5 now. That's impressive. Okay. With that being said, this is the same defense that gave up 70 points to the Dolphins earlier this year. Give me Houston team total over 25.5. I just think Houston plays aggressive. They play fast. I love that offense. I think they get to 28 and actually end Denver's winning streak, but I'm not taking the points. It's 3.5. I hate the hook. So I'm just betting the Houston team total over 25.5 by itself. I'm holding my nose here on this next play, guys. Literally holding my nose, but it's plus money. Jets Titans money line at home plus 320. VD, I'm with you. Atlanta, all that you said. Desmond Ridder can't stop turning the ball over if his life depended on it. And I just think that this is a day where these Jets fans, Rodgers is off the IPR or whatever. They're fired up. I think they pull a game out at home. I just think they pull out a game at home. I don't believe in Atlanta. I don't believe in Desmond Ridder.
I don't either.
But I could see your 17.5 coming in and the Jets still win.
Yeah.
So. And then
might score multiple touchdowns.
yeah, somehow, some way, I think they might piece it together.
Fair enough.
Yep. And then lastly, VD, I'm with you. By itself, Jags over 23.5. That number jumped out to me. If you can't get me 24,
I was like, Daver's on this 100%.
oh my God. The Jags can't get me 24 points at home, in a primetime spot, then just go away and die, Trevor Lawrence. Go away and die.
Yeah.
All right, Shane, because I got 2 more plays left. I have a lock and a whale. So
Okay.
Oh,
right.
whale alert.
whale alert.
Let me see how many do I have. All right, so I got 2 more plus a lock, so I'm just going to do my 2, and then that next round I'll just give my lock.
Okay.
So I have another parlay. It's a prop money line parlay. I got George Kittle touchdown, anytime touchdown, and San Francisco money line.
That's like that.
340. I think the 49ers are going to blow the Eagles out of the water.
I don't know, Shane.
Hey,
I don't know. We'll see.
San Fran is on a long rest. They haven't played since Thanksgiving. Philly just had an overtime game against Buffalo, a tough game. I think 49ers have this game circled on their schedule. They come in and they just blow them out of the water.
West to East, though, right? It's in Philly.
It's in Philly.
Yeah, but it's a 4 o'clocker. It's not the 1 o'clocker that always.
Long trip.
Philly.
I'm with you.
Philly's 10-1, but they're not a good 10, like the greatest 10-1 team.
They're actually, if the advanced metrics go, it's actually kind of crazy. They've been outscored, I believe, on the season. It's wild.
They're not that. I guess they're not that great.
Speaking of Philly and not great teams, an uninspired win from the Celtics today against the 76ers. They might be the worst December 1st 1 seed in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, you're honestly with your vast NBA knowledge, that's actually that's saying something. That's saying no. Phil, I mean, you're talking to Phil here. You should directly speak to Phil.
The transition offense is just not where it needs to be right now. They got to clean that up defensively. I don't like what I've been seeing. Yeah, just a lot of red flags.
A lot of red flags. All right, Shane, was that it? And then you just have your lock?
Oh, one more.
Okay.
Another tease. I'm teasing the Broncos up to 9.5, and I'm teasing the Jacksonville Jaguars down to -1.5. That's minus.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm giving out all 12 plays today because I've been killing myself on ads. So I'm just gonna handicap myself by not letting myself have the ability to add anything. So I'm just gonna fire through some props here. I got 3 running back props. Ramondre Stevenson over 60.5 yards. The Chargers defense stinks.
Stinks.
Offense stinks.
Yep.
What do you do when your offense stinks and you
run the ball?
You run the fucking ball to your giant ass running back against a soft West Coast. Is this game in LA or in
No, in New England, 1 o'clock.
Okay, I love that even more. I might lower. I'm sure 100 yards from Ramondre Stevenson is probably like
it's big money.
Plus 250, plus 300 something. I might.
Yep.
I'm not putting it on my card, but look at that. Pacheco, 67.5 yards. The Green Bay defense can't really stop the run. The Chiefs offense, not really in rhythm. They've been relying on Pacheco a lot more than they ever have. They've been running the ball more than they ever have because we don't have any fucking receivers. All our receivers should be working in drive-throughs. So 67.5 yards, I feel good about that. Derrick Henry, over 59.5 yards. I know he's had kind of a quiet year, but the Titans are playing who? The Colts? Is that right?
Yep.
The Colts don't really stop the run. They turn the ball over a lot. I feel like this could just be kind of a high-scoring game where a lot of teams are running a lot of offensive plays. Give me 60 yards, Derrick Henry. Just give me 60 yards. It's getting late in the season. People don't really want to tackle him anymore. Get me 60 yards. That's -114. Pacheco, all of those were -114. Moving on a little here. I got Michael Pittman Jr. over 6.5 receptions. I feel like every time I fucking turn on the Colts game, Michael Pittman Jr. has a catch. Gardner Minshew really relies on him, forces the ball. He's gone over this number like 4 out of the last 5 weeks, something like that. 6.5 catches, -130. I like that. Sky Moore, I hate this bet. I hate that I'm getting sucked into this, but it's over.
At least it's not Scantling. At least it's not Scantling.
dead. No, he's in the graveyard. 19
You've said that
and a
every
half-
week.
No,
You
he's
say
in the
that.
grave- He's in the graveyard now for good. For good.
Okay.
Over 19 and a half yards. You can't get me fucking 3 catches for 25 yards. I want you dead. This is the line in the sand moment for Sky Moore. Either make me happy or you're dead to me. Okay, I've got a little parlay here. Miami minus 3.5, which feels to me like an alternate line for sure. Rams
Yep.
money line, Jacksonville money line plus 161. And then I've got Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown and McCaffrey anytime touchdown parlayed. That's plus 191. That doesn't make sense.
Ooh.
They both score in every game they
Every
play.
week. Every
Yeah.
week.
If you're gonna be plus 190 for that, I'll take it. Last play, and then all I have in my lock left, so I'll save that. I have parlayed. I have Tyreek over 7.5 receptions and 80 yards and a touchdown. That's plus 184. I think he beats up on bad teams. They're conscious about wanting him to get these records. I think he has a legitimate shot at the MVP. He probably would be my MVP right now if it ended today. Yeah, I think they blow the doors off Washington. You're right, David. That team has laid down and died. They know a new coach is coming.
Yep.
That offense was kind of frisky early on. They were putting up points, but ever since they didn't hit that over team total for Helder, I've been disgusted by them offensively. It wasn't 2 weeks ago they had 6 turnovers. Just disgusting football team. So yeah, I'm gonna take that parlay and then I'll save my lock.
All right. So I have a lock and a whale. My lock VD is Kansas City team total over 23.5 points. If you can't get over 23.5 points against Green Bay, listen, Green Bay gives up points. Green Bay's been giving up points all year. I am not a fan of your receivers. I'm not a fan of your offense this year. But 23.5, if I see that for the Kansas City Chiefs, that's just fucking low. 3 touchdowns and a field goal, Patty Mahomes. Like, figure it out. And then my whale play, I love this. Like, this is on brand for me. Helder, they might get killed. I don't know if you're right on that or not. The Philadelphia Eagles at home, 22.5 points. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, even if San Fran goes in there and wins, Philly will get to 24 points. 22.5 team total. That's my whale play. I think both teams get into the mid-20s in that San Fran Philly game. I like the over at 47.5. So if I like the over at 47.5, I like Philly at 22.5 at fucking home. Like, what are we doing here? All right, that's my whale. Shane?
All right. You said it earlier. It's something that you're on. You're on the over of the Chargers New England game. My lock is the under, so I love it even more.
Yeah, attaboy. Congrats. It's a winner.
Nothing else to say, but Daver's on it, so I'm on it.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, my lock. I realized I didn't have a lock designated, and I gave out all my plays, so I'm gonna pick one of them right now to be my lock. And I think I'm gonna go with Ramondre Stevenson, 60.5 yards against
Love that.
soft ass Chargers defense. But we are also all winners this week because they did announce that the Chiefs Patriots Monday night game has been flexed. The first ever flex in Monday Night Football history. That's
As
how
they should.
pathetic the New England Patriots
Yeah.
are.
Well, I mean, they're going to be on, I think, 3 weeks in a row on primetime, and I just think that America shouldn't be subjected to that. So I'm glad that they did that. It's crazy at work. It ruined everyone's schedule because like we planned for like months in advance on these like dates at work. So it's like people's like days off now are like ruined that day. It's kind of wild what's going on because they never changed the Monday night game. So they're like, they won't flex this out. So like people's vacations have been planned. It's like the week before Christmas. It's kind of crazy. So it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I was reading a story where this kid can't fly in. Like it's going to be his first Patriots game. He's flying in from Texas, and he's getting in Monday morning, and he can't like for some reason can't switch his flight. So they switched it to Sunday. Like he literally is going to miss the game.
Bobby Kraft has to cover that.
You got to. Yeah, you got to. Someone's got to reach out and handle that business. But
David,
I mean,
I have an update for you here. I tweeted a Twitter poll. I said David called the Broncos the hottest team in the league. Is that facts or cap? 58% of people say cap, but luckily someone replied and they said 4 straight wins against some pretty damn good teams. This Houston game will be interesting. Guess who said that? Because it validates your take. This guy knows ball. None other than Beyond Average Mick. So you guys are on the same wavelength, which is.
By the way, it's 5 straight wins. Like, show me another team that's won 5 in a row right now. They're the hottest team in football right now.
Okay.
Like, how is that not like a? That's it.
I don't know.
If you show me another team in the last 5 weeks that's won all 5 of their games, I'm glad to have the conversation.
Fair enough. I didn't know a 6-5 team could be the hottest team in the league in week
right now.
Okay.
I mean, this is unbelievable. It's just like I don't. Am I speaking Chinese? I don't understand.
I might have to just take Houston as my lock. I'll bet that in real life. I'm putting on my card.
All right, listen to me. I took Houston team total over. I was saying,
as an AFC West representative, the Donkeys are the runt of the AFC West, and that's with the Raiders and the Chargers in our division. 2 good wins, okay? Chiefs, Bills. The Chiefs
VD, they've won 5 in a row in the NFL. All I said was they're the hottest team in the league right now. They are. They are. They beat you. Like, they did. Like, I mean,
they beat us 1 time in the last 16 games.
Okay, I'm just saying for these last 5 weeks in this season in the NFL, they're the hottest team going. But I do think they're going to lose this week. I think it ends this week. I think it ends.
When the Chiefs win 5 in a row, I want you to say the Chiefs are the hottest team in the league.
No problem. If no one else has won 5 in a row in that period, deal. Done.
Deal.
Done.
Deal.
Done.
All right.
That was easy.
Any last words?
All right. I hate the NFL.
Fuck the NFL.
Oh, and how about Augustus and Coleman saying that this is the worst show on the network, VD? What'd you think about that?
I didn't hear that yet.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. I have some work to do.
Yeah, those 2 guys, you don't want VD digging up old tweets. He's not the guy you want.
Big mistake. I'm on it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Right. I thought you'd find that interesting. I can't believe you missed that.
Was that in today's show?
No, like 2 days ago, they were talking about who was in there. And Danny was in there. A lot of Kirk Minahan network talk. And they asked, what's the worst show on the network? Danny refused to answer. Then Kirk made him answer, and he did finally say, I think, Mount Kirkmore. And then he asked the producers, and Augustus and Coleman both said Big Dog Gambling Show.
Good to know. Know.
Yeah. So.
All right, we'll have an update on that next week.
Augustus is the babe who got the producing job, right?
Yeah, the fake Portuguese train. He calls his grandma and grandpa, instead of vovô and vovó, like a Portuguese person, like meme. Calls her like meme and papa.
But he also said all Portuguese dudes kiss each other all the time, right?
Yeah, he says that. Yeah, he says we all kiss each other on the cheek. VD, you saw a lot of Portuguese when you were here in Rhode Island. Did you see any?
I didn't see a single kiss.
There's not a single kiss. None.
Yeah.
Not one.
No.
Not one. All right, boys. Have a good night.
Have a good night, fellas.